Good morning. Just checking the weather after one of the hired hands called saying that when he was out feeding the dairy cows, not many actually came up to eat. Sounds like we did have some strong winds last night, but thankfully no rain since we still have that alfalfa down. Let me get this garage door opened up. We'll hop in the pickup. We'll run down and get our horse and run him out and see if we can find any cows out roaming down towards the river. I know sometimes down by the river we have problems where the cattle will get out because a tree will fall down over the fence, or sometimes they can just find a way through the fence. Well, let me get down there and see what we can find. Of course, as usual, another train that we have to wait on. I know this time of year is really rough with all the extra train traffic from all the grain coming in from the different elevators, but let's hop out real quick and see how much longer this train is. Oh, there's the end of it, so it won't be much longer. So all I gotta do is run right across the road, grab the horse. There we go. Alright, it's a beautiful morning. Hopefully I can get in this field right in front of us here, and our old cornfield, and get it disked up. But let me run back, hop on Oliver, and get him out and start checking that old fence line. I mean, I would like to move what I should do, I should cut the trees along the fence so we don't have these problems. It's just a project I haven't got around to. Dad never got around to either. So, but let me just shut the pickup off and get on good old trusted Oliver here. I don't ride him too much. You know, growing up, I was more of a four-wheeler riding person instead of a horse rider. But, you know, Dad kind of got into, you know, having more horses on the farm. So this is the only one he had left there at the end. Let's get back, and a little bit of a shortcut through here so we don't have to drive clear out on the road. But it looks like you got all the beef cattle fed good. They're looking really good up here. I do have this trail out to the river. This trail right up here will take us clear back to the river so we don't have to sit there and cut through the trees. This is an old horse riding trail we used to always take. Actually, at one time, this was my four-wheeler course. You know, I just drove it back here, runs right along the Missouri River. It'll actually end up going clear back to the alfalfa field that we harvested yesterday, or not harvested, but mowed. We still have got to get over in that today and get it baled. I mean, it should be drying up soon enough. It was actually right up here around this little bend where Dad had his accident. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Lawrence. This is Dr. Jones at the Montana Medical Center in Billings. Do you have a moment?
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Well, I have some sad news to report. There happens to have been an accident on your father's ranch, and he ended up falling off his horse into the river, where he was found by a couple out kayaking. By the time the ambulance arrived, he was already gone.
Oh, no.
I know you are overseas right now, but I'm sorry to have to ask if you could come home and take care of some matters.
Yes, I will get back as soon as I can.
Thank you. We should have everything ready for when you get here. Have a good day, Mr. Lawrence.
It's been a rough few months, but let's get on up here and try to figure out where these cows are getting out at it. So far, I don't see anything. I'm sure somewhere up here there's going to be some kind of trail where they've got out at. The river's looking really good this morning. Nice and calm. Pretty well clear skies. There's a spot. That doesn't look quite right. Looks like they've been walking up through there. Let's go on in there and see what we can see. With all this grass that's down, you can tell they've been out here. Let's hop off because there's one right there. Now let's see where she got out at. It trampled down all these bushes. Oh, but there it is. Tree down, ripped out the fence. Have to go back, get the chainsaw, come and clear out that. Looks like we got all kinds of brush and all growing up along this fence line. Let me run back. We'll get the chainsaw and probably the side by side, and we'll come out here and start cleaning this little area up. Oh, the never-ending train traffic we have out here. I wonder how much longer this one's going to be. But hey, I got my chainsaw back there. We got our extra wire and fence clips. Now, as soon as... there they are. You can see a little better. Hey, the train's gone. Let's get over the tracks and get back there and start cleaning that mess up. Now, if I can just remember where I was at. Yeah, there's the trail. Yep, I thought I was around here somewhere. Yeah, I see our cow still out. So the first thing I gotta do is try to get her back to where she belongs. This isn't gonna go good. I guess I probably better get the tree out of the way first. Can't really... hey, at least the chainsaw didn't scare her. But let me get this tree cut up out of the way, throw it out, then we can move her through the same opening. I gotta try to make sure I cut these small enough that I can manhandle. I don't have any chains with me. I should have brought a chain. Got the chainsaw, got some wire, but I didn't bring any chain. Then we could just drug some of this out. So let me finish cutting this thing up, and we'll throw it back on one side or the other of the fence line, and we'll be able to get our fence put back in. Well, I've got the tree cleaned up out of the way, cow back in where she belongs, fence put in. Now we can get back to the farm, and first thing we probably need to do is actually get down and try to start baling up that alfalfa field that we worked on yesterday. We need as many bales as possible because we really don't have hardly any bales left in our little building. Now that I'm getting back here, I'm thinking, oh, hopefully the dew is all gone for this morning. And you know, that wind we had yesterday or last night when I was sleeping, hopefully it didn't mess up our windrows. Let me hop out here real quick and we will see. I mean, so far the windrows look okay. I think it's... yeah, it looks dry enough. I think we should be able to bale it. It messed up the windrows a little bit in spots, but most of it's, I think, going to be good enough. Let me hop in the tractor here and we'll get to baling. There we go. Seems to be going good. Looks like the deer's out and about quite a bit this morning. Pretty tame, too, for being right next to them, but I think we're getting a lot of bales out of here. I'm not sure how many, but, I mean, we need as many as we can to try to be able to keep the cattle fed. I know later on, I think we'll probably have to buy some straw bales. I don't have any straw bales to feed any, or use any bedding, or even any total mixed ration. But let me get some of this baled up and see how it comes out.
Heartbreak struck the Lawrence boys long ago, the pain cut deep. Mothers lost woke up their hearts, young souls with dreams to keep. One moved to Baxter Springs, found his faith became a guide, preaching love and spreading hope, with the Lord he did confide. Oh, the Lawrence boys from sorrow they did rise. Ooh, the Lawrence boys with faith they touched the skies. Other brother traveled round, evangelist with soulful cries, brought the light to far off lands, sadness couldn't break the ties. Ooh, the Lawrence boys from sorrow they did rise. Ooh, the Lawrence boys with faith they touched the skies.
Well, I'm gonna go let the hired hand finish baling this field, and I was doing some thinking. You know, we were just talking about having to buy straw bales. Well, I have that cornfield that we just harvested yesterday. We can go ahead and plant it in wheat, so at least in the springtime we'll have our own straw and not have to buy any. Let me run up to the main farm up by the house, and that's where we have our big seeder at, and we'll get it fired up and bring it down and get it put in that field. Well, here we are. We're going to actually take the big New Holland out. It's going to be our biggest seeder to plant the wheat with. Got a couple other planters we could use, but I got this field back here, and Dad planted in lentils, I believe. So I'm not just sure if it's going to produce any straw for us or not. Won't know till we get in it. I've never harvested lentils with Dad before. I'm not sure why he started doing lentils, but we have it. So let me hop in this thing and we'll get her fired up, and we'll have to probably run to town and get some seed. We got fertilizer here, but I don't believe we have any seed on the farm. And it kind of looks to me like I might be having a monitor going bad on this tractor. Doing a little bit of flickering here, but you pull up here, we will be able to spin this thing around. I mean, this has an auger load system on the side. So I need to try to get some seed in it, and then if I can get it lined up just right, we'll get some fertilizer in it as well. Which, of course, I'm kind of thinking I might be on the wrong side. Yeah, I do believe the auger is going to come out the other side. So I think we'll probably just run and get that seed first. This thing folded out so we can put seed in it. I have a seed cart in one of these buildings here. Since this is done folding out, we'll hop out and we will go figure out which building it's in. It must not be this one. This is where I got a couple seeders at. I got a case and a white seeder. One of Dad's old tractors. Well, it's not this one, so it must be the other building. Let me close this back up and we'll run over there and see if it's in there. Probably have to use our pickup to be able to haul it because it's a fifth wheel hookup. There we go. Ah, there's the seed cart. All right, let me grab my pickup and we'll bring it over here and hook this up. Well, our seed cart is full now. Now if I can just get this to line up with our other auger to be able to offload it. A little bit of a tight turnaround. Thankfully this is a fifth wheel hitch instead of a bumper pull. But if I can just get beside this just right, let's put that auger out and we're going to see if we can line these two augers up together. Of course, a view from inside the cab is not very good, so I'll probably have to hop out and move it with the tractor. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's pretty close. Let's hop out and see what the tractor is going to let us do. That's almost lined up. I think maybe back the tractor up just a little bit. There we go. Oh, I guess I got to turn it on first. Probably back up a little easier. And come on there. Oh, there it is. All right, we'll fill this thing up with seed, and we'll get it spun around and try to be able to put in some fertilizer. Alright, well, it's full of seed. Now let's see if we get this fertilizer in. I had enough seed to fill it up, and there's still, probably another half of one compartment left, so about a fourth of that left. And hey, yeah, fertilizer's in. So let's get down to the field and get that planted in wheat. See if I can get that. Remember to fold that thing in. Don't want to take that out. Rip that thing off. That'd cost us a pretty penny, I'm sure, but I'll take this on down to the field and get her unfolded and get started. Kind of hoping that they're done working in the alfalfa field so I can get some help over here and let them do the seeding, and then I can actually go pick up that straw we need for the cattle. I mean, running so low on feed, I'm kind of really desperate on getting some more feed brought in. I don't want to start buying the actual bales of alfalfa. I want to be able to just use straw and get by with that. But all right, let's get this thing fired up and let's get planting. Love the size of this tractor. It shouldn't take too long with that big of a seeder behind us. But let me go ahead and probably put on a little time lapse here and get this planted.
Brother traveled round, evangelist with soulful cries, brought the light to far off lands, sadness couldn't break their ties. Oh, the Lord's boys, from sorrow they did rise. Ooh, the Lord's boys, with faith they touched the skies. Sadness struck the family again. Wounds reopened, hearts would rend. Yet in their souls the light remained, love and faith their constant friend. Oh, the Lord's boys, from sorrow through the Lawrence boys.
All right, well, now that that's all planted, our wheat field is done. You can tell we have very few bales of hay left. So we're going to hop in the tractor over here, and we're going to go over to where I've decided I could buy some straw bales because our silage isn't quite ready either. But I do have a guy wanting to sell some straw bales to us, and well, we have a little bit of money, and well, we need straw. So let me run over to his place, and we got our wagon behind us, and we'll pick up a full load of whatever he has available for straw. Then we can start making some of that total mixed ration. So see you over at his place. Here we go. This is his place here on our right. Of course, another railroad crossing, but thankfully there's no trains going across here right now. He actually works at Helena Chemical, so we're going to run in. Looks like he is there. That's his pickup out front. You pull up here, shut this off, and then we will run in and see what he has for us. So I'll see you guys in just a moment.
For with the heart man believeth unto righteousness, and with the mouth confession is made unto salvation. For the scripture saith, Whosoever believeth on him shall not be ashamed.
Well, I had a nice little talk with the guy with the bales, and we negotiated a good price for the straw bales. He had some extras that he didn't need. He's actually cutting back on his cattle operation, so those bales right ahead of us, those are all ours. Actually, I don't think we're probably going to be able to get them all on this run. Let me park up here. We're going to be able to use his telehandler, because I think that should work right there, and hop out of here, and we will go ahead and try to see if we can get all these loaded up right. This is actually a machine I'd like to have down at the farm. Telehandler would work a little better than our little Kubota tractor. But all these bales are stacked really well. Hopefully I can get in here and not knock any over. They're going to stack a lot better on our trailer if I don't mess this up. I should be able to get 3 at a time. If our Kubota at home can do 3 at a time, I'm pretty sure this loader should be able to. Try to get around here. Ooh, that was close to hitting that stack of bales. But with this, we can actually reach clear across, so we don't have to drive all the way around. Knew there was a reason I didn't bring our loader tractor. Let's see if I can try to place these in the right spot. Now, if I can figure out the controls to extend it. Well, that wasn't the right one. No, that's not the right one. Come on, one of these got to push extend. There it is. Alright, it looks like maybe halfway across. Go ahead and drop that out, then I will go ahead and load the rest of them up. And right when you think you're done dealing with trains, of course we just had one go through here that we had to wait for. They're all loaded up back there, and now we're just going to get it back to the farm. Hopefully these are no heavier than our hay bales were. Never even thought of them being heavier. I mean, loading with his loader, was no way for me to tell how big they were. But here we are, back at our place. Let's get these offloaded and start making some total mixed ration. Alright, here we go. Fire this thing up. Oh, now that I look over at the trailer, I realize I forgot to take the straps off. That's not good. Oh, well, we'll get them when we get up there. Oh, wait a minute. What was... Oh, I forgot to unhook the baler. Oh, man. Well, that's not good. Just slammed it into the back of the building. Now I gotta... Well, we'll just unhook it here. We'll just leave it right there in the entryway of the building. And let me hop off, and we will take these straps off. Still can't believe I just did that to the baler. And we try to keep it out of the weather by keeping it in the building, and then I leave it hooked up. I'm going to just leave some of these strapped in so I don't screw up and knock them all the way off. But let me get these all unloaded into the building, then we'll start mixing some feed out of it. Well, I got all the bales put away. Now if I can just try to start putting this in. I left a few out because we need it for here, and we also need some for the bedding. See, there it goes. Dropped it off. I was stuck to my forks there for a minute. I think one of those bales is all it's going to take. Then hopefully I can get by with just one of these hay bales in here. If I can reach up that high, I'm not sure how high I'm going to be able to reach. Ooh, not quite all the way up. I'll make it work. This special loader, it'll work. There, nice. One bale at a time. Now I'm hoping the capacity of this will work okay. I don't want it to fill up on the straw and hay and not be able to put any silage in it. Yeah, it looks like it's mixing right. Of course, it looks like hay in there now. Now, it was just straw is all I put in. There we go. Now we'll run back and we'll grab some silage. Almost said fertilizer. That would not have worked out good for the cattle. It's staying in there, bouncing around, but it is staying in. Oop. I just stalled it there. My bad. All right, let's head back to our little fermenting silo back here and put some silage in it. I am running into one small problem already, as you could tell. We're clear full. That one bale didn't even process all the way because it was filled up. But let's just try to see if we can get a little bit of silage in it. There we go, silage. Oh yeah, plenty of silage in the silo. Unfortunately, none went in, but it did change colors, so maybe it will work. But actually now it looks more like just silage and no total mixed ration. So this little feed cart may not be working quite like it's supposed to. If I'm just going to put silage in here, I guess silage is a better quality than the hay I was using. But I will finish filling these guys up, and then we will go to the dairy barn, and then if there's anything left, we'll go up the hill and feed the cows on the hill by the house. Well, I think for the near future, I'm going to probably have to get a different kind of feed wagon. This one's got some kind of problem where I actually never ended up using any feed. It's been full the whole time, so it's a little cheaty, but it's getting the job done. I'm filling these bunks up really easily with not using any of our supply of feed. Turn this thing around here, and we will drop this in the bunks, feed these guys real quick, and actually, I'm going to get a neighbor's feed pickup. He's got one he's going to let me borrow and test out, see if I like it. I think it might go a little bit better to feed these guys with. I think it's coming out here. Oh yeah, it's coming out. It's hard to tell when the gauges aren't going down to know if it's actually feeding or not. As you can tell, it is still clear full. Let me go ahead and feed these guys, and I'll show you the pickup I'm going to borrow from the neighbor. Well, guys, this is the pickup I was telling you about. It's got a pretty decent size capacity for as small as the little box is on it. But now that it's raining, I think that's going to finish it up for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, be sure to slap that like button. And until next time, have a blessed day, and bye-bye.